Well, hello, and welcome to episode 54 of Aftershock Weekly. This week I want to talk to you about a display advertising tactic called geofencing, and then geofencing with FTA, or what we call foot traffic attribution. It's kind of the new cool technology that a lot of people are using, whether you're a restaurant or you're trying to track who's coming through the door that's seen your ad. Maybe you're a mobile wireless store and you're running some advertising and you're interested to see what that's bringing into the store. So FTA is really cool. And essentially what the whole process is geofencing means that we're going to fence an area, let's just say a square mile, and we're going to put a fence around that, and based on parameters we put in that fence, we're going to collect the handset IDs in that area for, let's say, 20 to 34-year-old males. That's who we're going to show ads to. So now that we've shown them the ads, they've seen an impression, the next thing with display advertising, the hardest thing, is how do we connect the dots? Well, that's what FTA does. This allows us to see that a handset ID that has seen the ad has now come into a location. We put a fence around those individual locations, and over a course of time, best practices is 4 weeks, we're able to see if the ad that was served up on a handset ID, that handset ID now is come into a location and that person has opened an app or their phone in the location. That's the one piece that is usually missed. With FTA, they've got to take an action to where they actually have to open their phone so that you can connect the dots so we can collect that handset ID. Here's a few best practices though with this amazing technology. First off, we strongly recommend a minimum of 300,000 impressions. These impressions allow you to serve enough handset IDs to where we can collect it and then get that data of the handset IDs that have come into the locations. Since they have to take that action, not every handset ID that comes to the door is going to be collected. So what we do is we actually normalize these numbers. We look at a series of data that say, okay, this is how many came in, here's the average of how many handset IDs we collect based on how many total handset IDs that are used. So let's just say 10 to 15% of handset IDs that we see in FTA, it's only 10 to 15% of the total, right? So if we have 1,000 people walking through our door, we might actually only see 100 to 150 of those from an FTA standpoint, but we normalize those numbers to get you a more accurate count. Some verticals that we recommend not doing this for. Events. So if you just have one event and it's one day, it's very difficult because there's not enough time really to track how many people are coming to that event of who's seen your ad. Now, it's better if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 4 weeks is our recommended best practice, so you can see that handset ID over the course of time ended up in your location. Also, lawyers, doctors, things that are very specific to a unique need now are usually not elicited by an ad that they see, but more of a need that they have right at the moment. So FTA is not a great tracking metric for them. What we do recommend it for is grocery stores. Grocery stores are great because we can show ads, a series of those ads, and then collect that FTA information over a 4-week period of time, and you're going to need to go to the grocery store usually 2 to 3 times a month. So it's much more accurate data that we can give you. Same thing with multiple location franchises. If you have a series of chains of a wireless telephone store, or if you have a chain of restaurants, and again, you want to track each one of those to see who's coming in the building, multiple locations gives you a better opportunity for your FTA to report more accurately. So lastly, match your call to action on your ad for geofencing to what you actually want people to do. So instead of click now, visit now. If you want them to come in, add the words visit now so they know that's the desired call to action. So those are some best practices with FTA. At the end of the day, it's a great way to connect the dots with display advertising, which many times is just put in the category of branding, and branding is very important. But connecting the dots to, okay, what is that branding producing as far as results, FTA can help with. So thanks for tuning in, and with that, we'll leave you with a quote.